Hey, Robert. Hey, Ben. My name's Justin.
And I'm Nate. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us on the Geekcentric podcast. How are you both doing today?
Good,
We're doing
thank you.
great.
Yeah, it looked
Where
like
are you
it.
guys?
We're in Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Cool. Great town.
Oh, we dig it. We dig it. We're also digging this season. Really enjoying it. We've gotten to see 3 episodes so far, and it was fantastic getting to see your characters grow and develop over season 1. Ben, I'd love to start with you this time around in season 2. Is there anything that maybe surprised you about where we find your character in this part of the story?
I love the idea that these semi-omniscient beings are caught off guard. That we have, especially Gilgal, this almost mysterious gift of foresight, and in spite of that, evil has just sprouted right under their noses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also excited. I mean, Gilgal, he's two-sided. This kind of peacetime conciliary, but also we know from the books that he's a warrior. He has experienced the cyclical nature of the resurrection of evil,
Right.
and we get to start taking the first strides toward the wartime general as the season progresses, which is exciting.
I like that.
I love that. I love that. Now, Robert, we're loving what you're doing with Elrond in this series, and we also loved what Hugo Weaving brought to the character in the original films. In this season, getting to explore Elrond even further. Was there any aspects of Hugo's portrayal that you kind of wanted to layer into your performance? Or with this series taking place so much earlier, did you just feel a sense of freedom to define the character at this specific point?
Totally, yeah. I mean, there's a long way to go before the Council of Elrond and where he is in the Third Age. So I am really interested in a younger Elrond, someone who doesn't have the wisdom or the skill yet.
Right.
I didn't want him to be an elf who could go and kick Gilgalad, but
Me either.
I wanted him to not possess that level of skill yet. And his diplomacy has served him well, but Sauron changes everything because you now can't trust even your own council, and so it's sort of it's a complicated time. So I was really intrigued to explore what it is to be half elven, and if season 1 is half human, it's half elven. This would be Elrond half human in these circumstances. I think that duality is an interesting way to explore him.
Yeah, I love that. And you can see that even in the first 3 episodes, we're seeing that kind of unfold and unravel. So that's great.
Ben, we get to hear Gilgalad singing in these first few episodes. What's it like getting to explore the musical element of Elven culture? By the way, you did a great job. Sounded amazing. But what's that like? What's that like getting to sing in the show?
Well, it's quintessentially Tolkienian. The elves are bursting into song, every other page. And, for the reflection in the water, let's sing about it. So it was a matter of time before we got some music jammed in there. And also, it's an important storytelling moment for where the elves are. We're abandoning Middle-earth to burn as we sail off into the sunset. Bear McCreary has written this almost funereal dirge of mourning and loss and disappointment and failure, that in some ways it felt like an obvious and inevitable narrative moment, progression of the narrative. But on the other hand, it was certainly you have to pinch yourself. I can't believe this is my job moment.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, congrats again on this series. Thank you for making the time. Like we said, we've only seen 3 episodes, but we're loving what we've seen so far, and we're definitely looking forward to seeing more and what your characters get up to. So thank you again.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Have a
guys.
good one.